Ant-Man and the Wasp is here, and while we greatly enjoyed the latest MCU movie, it nevertheless left us with a few head-scratchers to ponder. From what it sets up for Avengers 4 to certain characters' fates, there were a lot of developments in this Marvel sequel that made us wonder what happens next in the MCU. Here are the 8 biggest WTF questions we had after seeing Ant-Man and the Wasp. The end of Ant-Man and the Wasp finds Scott Lang marooned in the quantum realm because Thanos' finger snap killed Hank, Hope, and Janet back on Earth. They were his lifeline to getting out of the quantum realm in a short period of time after collecting energy samples from them to help continue Ghost's treatment. While Scott is clever, he's clearly not the brightest bulb in this squad, and he's certainly no scientist. So unless there are other allies who are still alive back home, more on that in a bit, he'll have to apply everything he's learned traveling into the quantum realm and from their rescue of Janet Van Dyne to figure a way out. Mind you, he still has no idea what happened to his friends, but surely he saw the news about the Black Order attacking Manhattan before he jumped into the quantum realm, so expect him to have plenty of questions and feelings about why he was seemingly abandoned. The rules of the quantum realm appear fairly loose at this point. We know that space, time, and reality itself don't quite exist the same way there. Will Scott somehow be able to go back in time to prevent himself from being stranded, and maybe even stop Thanos? Or will he find some alternate dimension or version of home to travel to? If escaping the quantum realm was that easy, and especially for a relative nitwit like Scott, then a brainiac like Janet wouldn't have been trapped there for decades. As Janet explained to Hank during their return trip, the quantum realm has changed her so that she has evolved and gained new powers as a result of her decades in the quantum realm. Ghost's whole body was altered due to a momentary exposure to quantum energy. What will any sort of prolonged stay do to Scott then? Will he gain the same sort of healing powers Janet did? And will these powers, coupled with his size-altering suit, prove to be a key to helping the surviving Avengers defeat Thanos in Avengers 4? No sooner had Janet Van Dyne finally returned than she was gone again, so it was never made clear just what the extent of her quantum realm-generated powers were. We saw that she could help heal Ghost of her phasing affliction, but seeing as how the quantum realm also affects time, space, and reality, then what else exactly can Janet do? Well, whatever her powers may be, they clearly weren't enough to save her from a certain finger snap. The finale saw Hank and Janet retreat to a coastal hideaway complete with an enlarged beachfront house. Remember, Hank and Hope are still fugitives due to the Sokovia Accords, so why would Hank and Janet ditch their well-earned stay in paradise and return to San Francisco to conduct quantum realm experiments? Why not just have Scott and/or Ghost meet them in whatever safe haven they'd escaped to, rather than risk recapture returning to the same city they were arrested in? Lewis's van can't really be that integral to having a smaller quantum tunnel, can it? Why are they doing quantum tests while Thanos is attacking Earth anyway? Why are they unaware of what's happening in the world? Thanos' Black Order attacked Manhattan, an event just recently broadcast around the world, and then Wakanda. It seems a little odd or self-interested then for them to go off conducting quantum realm experiments when they should be figuring out a way to either help the Avengers or to find someplace safe from alien invaders. If he's still alive, then Lewis, in particular, might know where Scott and the Pyms were at the time of their disappearance since they were using his van. He could arrive and hear Scott over the radio. It would then be up to Lewis, with Scott's verbal guidance, to figure out how to bring him home. If he can't, then he would need to seek out Bill Foster, provided he's not dead too. Are Cassie, Ghost, Dave, Kurt, Agent Jimmy Woo, Maggie, and Jim all gone now too? Or should we assume that since we didn't see them turn to ash, then they are still alive? After all, Thanos' finger snap only wipes out half of existence, so some other familiar faces are surely still around. The post-credits scene revealed that Scott and the Pyms were conducting a mission into the quantum realm in order to gather more energy samples to continue Ghost/Ava's treatments. But does this mean she no longer has any ability to phase? That she's completely depowered now? Or can she, with Janet's help and her containment suit, simply better control her phasing powers? Walton Goggins' black market tech gangster made a big deal about having a buyer for the pilfered quantum tech and how that field is the next major frontier to profit from. So is he working for a larger Marvel villain we already know of, or maybe one yet to be introduced? Or was it just a throwaway line? If it is a notable Marvel villain, then what would they want with quantum tech, and will any of that be addressed in a future MCU movie? Those are our biggest WTF questions about Ant-Man and the Wasp. Tell us yours in the comments below. And for more Ant-Man and the Wasp coverage, check out our explainer piece on the film's ending, and watch Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly respond to IGN comments. And for everything else, stick with us right here at IGN.